focusing on Loki. That guy's brain is a bag full of cats. You could smell crazy on him.
Have care how you speak. Loki is beyond reason, but he is of Asgard. And he is my brother.
He killed 80 people in 2 days.
He's adopted.
Some believe that before the universe, there was nothing. They're wrong. There was darkness. And it has survived.
I gave you my word. I would return.
What's gonna happen?
Hold on.
Wait, what?
Jane!
We're from different worlds. Maybe they're separate for a reason.
If we do nothing, they'll destroy us.
Ask yourself, what will you sacrifice for what you believe?
You must be truly desperate to come to me for help.
You should know that when you betray me, I will kill you.
When do we start?
Hey guys, Chris here, and I know it's a little late. This trailer came out a couple days ago, but nevertheless, here's the breakdown. Before we start, there's the synopsis on screen. I want to do a little rant here. For like the next week, I'm probably not going to be on YouTube, and when I say not on YouTube, I mean not at all on YouTube, like not even responding to comments or personal messages, because, dude, the Iron Man movie released everywhere besides America a week earlier. And I'm super nervous about anything being spoiled because I'm so looking forward to this movie that I'm like really frustrated that, you know, it's I relate it to like loving basketball, like loving the Miami Heat, and then the Heat playing the Celtics on TV a week earlier, like in every household besides ones in Miami. And like you have to wait a week to see it, and like everyone already knows who won. You know, it's like it's ridiculous. I don't know why they do that. And I'm not saying I don't hate that it's releasing in other places. Obviously not. I love that everyone likes Iron Man and everything, but why not release it at the same time? Like Kendrick Lamar says, at the same damn time. You know, it's like it doesn't make sense. Anyways, that's my little rant. I'm gonna put that aside. Disney, I hope you're listening. I'm gonna punish you by watching your movie 3 times over in 3D and IMAX, but whatever. So anyways, this is Thor the Dark World. Sorry about that rant, but anyways, let's catch up here. Thor the Dark World releases in November, but this teaser trailer is attached to the Iron Man movie, and they're trying to, you know, get you excited for that, show you, hey, we got another one coming too, don't forget about it. And it looks awesome. Now, I watched Grace Randolph from Beyond the Trailers review, and her problem with this trailer is that there was no money shots, that it just kind of seemed like something that you could produce for a TV show or high-budget TV show or something. But they go with the character development route in this one. They introduce Thor and the evil and, you know, the situation of what's going on, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed some of the ominous shots that it showed. Overall, I think the trailer is a B+, especially with that ending with Loki. I forgot that he was in this movie as I watched the trailer until the very end. But you'll see that he actually is in the trailer twice. What? Anyways, let's get on with it. So the synopsis reads, Marvel's Thor the Dark World continues the big screen adventures of Thor, the mighty Avenger, as he battles to save Earth and all the 9 realms from a shadowy enemy that predates the universe itself. In the aftermath of Marvel's Thor and Marvel's The Avengers, Thor fights to restore order across the cosmos, but an ancient race led by the vengeful Malekith returns to plunge the universe back into darkness. Faced with an enemy that even Odin and Asgard cannot withstand, Thor must embark on his most perilous and personal journey yet, one that will reunite him with Jane Foster and force him to sacrifice everything to save us all. Okay, so here are the 9 realms that are in Thor: The Dark World, and I think they're in Norse mythology as well, where the Thor is obviously gathered from. The one all the way on the right is Midgard, which is Earth. I believe the second to the right is Asgard, and I only say that because I really can't see really close. That looks like hell, actually, the third one to the right. And anyways, the fourth one, the middle one, no, wait, it's not the middle, technically. Okay, the purplish guy, close to the middle, that is the realm where Malekith the Accursed is from, the supervillain in this movie. It's called Svartalfheim, and that is where the Dark Elves are. It's a group of advanced creatures, just like every other freaking thing. Now, I'm going to admit, I don't know too much about this villain and everything, but correct me if I'm wrong. The synopsis says that this guy predates time, but I thought he was just from this realm. I don't know his origins. But anyways, I don't know how they're going to introduce him, but the synopsis is saying that this guy predates time itself and he wants to plunge the world back into darkness. By the way, I don't buy that for 1 second. I doubt that this movie is going to be linear like that, to where villain comes, Thor responds, end of day, Thor beats villain. That's so 2008, you know what I mean? Like, that's not how you do it nowadays. And so I think this movie is going to serve more as a vehicle. Obviously, that's going to be one plot, but it's going to show Loki again, because Loki is a fan favorite, and he's not disappearing from the Marvel Universe. It's going to show Loki, I believe, dealing and trying to get into position to usher in Thanos in Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers 2. They're going to have something with the Infinity Gauntlet. They're going to explain that. They're going to explain where the Tesseract goes. It's going to be a lot of different things going on, and that's why I think this is probably going to be one of the more fun movies for a Marvel fan to go watch, and that's what I'm kind of hoping for. So let's start the breakdown. Okay, so the first shot that we're going to stop at is London. There's that London Eye thing in the background. I don't know too much about the city geographically, but yeah, I know they were shooting there. Obviously, this is London. There's the landmarks and such. And it gets attacked. And I think that, like, and I haven't seen Iron Man. No spoilers, damn it. I think that with the house blowing up, it's probably early in Iron Man 3. This is similar, where this attack on London is either on the first or early second scene with Malekith. And we don't know if this is Malekith, but I believe it is, obviously. And take that, you Brits, for getting freaking Iron Man 3 first. Damn it, I'm so mad. Oh, okay, let's move on. You mad, bruh? Alright, anyways. So, the trailer chooses an interesting little entrance, interesting little intro, in that it's showing people witnessing cars floating, but we only see one truck floating, so I don't know if this is an isolated incident, a little trailer editing, or maybe when this thing comes into Earth to destroy London that you're gonna see, that maybe it has like some type of metallic effect that like lifts metal. I'm not sure. Who knows? But yeah, you get all these people looking at this thing, and I'm playing it ultra slow, so just in case I miss anything as well. And you see there's the wrench and different things floating. So something is causing this, and I think it's this big thing that's coming to London, but then nothing else is floating. So that's weird. Maybe this kid is a magician. Maybe that's Doctor Strange. Maybe Doctor Strange gets introduced and he's like playing with, I don't know. Never mind. Maybe it's a fake Magneto. Jane Foster's there. She's back. She's glorious. And this is the next shot we're going to stop at, which most people assume is Malekith. Now, if you notice, it seems to be like a window towards the front, and that seems to be like the horizon or the atmosphere of Earth. And there's the sun rising over it, and he's like approaching it in this spacecraft. What is he attached to it? Is that how you control it, by mental thought? I'm not sure, but that obviously seems to be Malekith. No one knows for sure because it's very covered up, very obscure, but I think he's approaching Earth, very Alien style, very Independence Day style, Gangnam style. So here he is again, and in a moment I'm going to stop at the spacecraft. Here it is, attacking London. Anyone know where that is? I know they were filming there. I don't know. I think that's a university. Anyone play Fable 2 a couple years back? That giant floating upside down triangle thing? Prism? I don't know what I'm talking about. Pyramid? Yeah, that reminds me of that. It looks very from his world-ish. Very dark, very ancient, very dated, very from his world. It's floating, doesn't seem to be shooting any lasers or any missiles or anything. Just seems to be crushing everything. And from the way the water is, it looks like it just touched down there. It didn't emerge. There's no dripping or anything. So yeah, let's keep going. Now here we have this girl that I forgot her name. I think it's like Liz. I don't know. I don't want to look it up right now because I'm tired. Yeah, forgive me. I know she has that TV show out, and she's working with someone. They're doing some research there. Did that attract it? Is it a coincidence? Did they open some type of portal? What is their role in ushering or bringing in this thing? You know, I'm not sure. So this guy's like, I'm getting the hell out of there. So everyone's running. Boom! Not too smart to be wide-eyed right next to the glass, is it? College kids, huh? What are they teaching them these days? Really love this effect. But anyways, this thing comes down and Thor comes and lands. Now the threat seems to either be gone, maybe it's still there, but no one would land and pose while that threat was still there. Maybe it touched down, attacked, left. Maybe he fought it and then landed. Jane Foster, aka Natalie Portman's there. And she sees him. They make eye contact. That's cool. They're obviously using that longer hair. Good reception from the end of the Avengers 2. When are they going to put his helmet on? Just wondering. Now, this is interesting. Alright, so let's stop here. And obviously, you notice this, but you don't really notice this. But you see the cargo crates, the ship containers, like up, like in a little circular formation. And they're like in the middle of it. Does this have to do with that metallic thing? There's that truck kind of upside down. This reminds me for some reason of Stonehenge and all these other little formations of like circles and stuff. I don't know, maybe they're going to explain that somehow, like Stonehenge was Malekith. Who knows? I don't know. Let's keep going. Alright, so he kisses her. I told you I'd be back. Yeah, you were back for the Avengers and you didn't visit her, so screw you. Anyways, the most noticeable thing going on here is Thor has gotten a way to transport quickly without the Bifrost. Maybe he's being teleported, but the Bifrost is broken, so he seems to have figured out some type of teleportation device. Leaves the same markings that we saw in Thor 1. Takes her without notice. Is this kidnap? No, I doubt it. But he probably explains to her that he needs her. He takes her somewhere. What does he need her? Anyways, this shot establishes that Asgard is more than just that castle, that capital city that they are in the first time. It's a larger, more epic, Lord of the Rings stylish, Troyish type scene. We're going to stop here. Here, this is a shot of Lady Sif in the background. Is that a ship? Is that a huge statue? I don't know. But I don't have much to say about her in particular besides that she looks a little lusty right there. Keep your hands to yourself, Lady Sif. Damn it. Anyways, yeah, what was I saying? Anyways, it seems to obviously be, they have Alan Taylor, the director of the Game of Thrones series, or one of the directors, who seems to be taking it into that Lord of the Rings-like place. I don't know. I really liked, excuse me, that sounded like I was going to say I didn't like this. I didn't like too much the Thor fantasy element. I rewatched Thor again, and I thought it was a great story. But a lot of it takes place on Earth, and I liked a lot of the stuff on Earth. When they went to Asgard, it seemed like it wasn't really Asgard, it was a castle. And now they're exploring, hey, there's 9 worlds, and Asgard is really large, and it's Lord of the Rings-ish. Let's keep going. Anyways, you blink, you miss it. I'm going to credit Screen Rant for this one, because I didn't actually see it the first time, and even the second time when I slowed this down. This appears to be Loki, Thor, and Natalie Portman, a.k.a. what's her name, Jane Foster, trekking through with Loki. And I have a lot to say about Loki, which I'm going to save till the end. But obviously, Thor recruits him or breaks him out of jail, legally, illegally, I'm not sure, to help him face this threat. Maybe they meet Doctor Strange. But obviously, Loki knows a lot about this world that Thor doesn't. Thor's been in Asgard. Loki's been everywhere. He's like the equivalent of like trying to find your cracked out brother. So you recruit a crackhead who knows like where the crack spots would be. Is that too far? I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's keep going. So yeah, let's keep going. Here we're gonna see another wide shot of the Thor world. Is that Asgard? Is that Niflheim, where the ancient casket of ancient winters is? Now I read this on Wikipedia, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh yeah, I remember in issue number 632. You know, I'm not gonna do that. But basically, it says that Malekith is after this relic called the casket of ancient winters that produces an infinity icy cold of Niflheim. Reading that straight out of Wikipedia, guys. Anyways, yeah, so is that what he's after? Is that why he attacks? Is it somehow, does Natalie Portman, I keep calling her Natalie Portman because she's more important than her character is that where Jane Foster is? Does she have that? Blah, blah, blah. Let's keep going. Speaking of Jane Foster, in her regular pedestrian clothes, she seems to be somewhere, there's a human hand over her. Did she get like trapped in this eternal, you know, limbo? I'm not sure. Let's keep going because I'm not too sure what's going on there, but obviously something's happened to her in another dimension or world. Alright, so now we have a shot of this type of destroyer thing, which looks straight out of Star Wars. It's obviously attacking Asgard, or not Earth, whatever. Are those two guards or statues? I'm not sure. And it shoots beams. This looks entirely smaller, more advanced, and different than the first ship we saw, if that was a ship. So I'm wondering how these two play against each other. Is this a technology of Malekith? I'm not sure. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, so it does a lot of destruction here. Really cool. Here we have a forest, a fight scene. There's Anthony Ahop in again, which I'm surprised. Thor actually has some good quality acting. And there's this thing again, which is different than the one we just saw, attacking London again. So they threw that in there, and it's causing massive destruction. But it seems to just be hovering around, you know, like just, it causes destruction just by moving. Here we have Thor teleporting again, and he grabs his hammer. Boom! I love the cape. I love everything. I just wish that he had a grizzly beard and his freaking helmet. Like, is that so much to ask? Why can't we get his helmet? I don't understand. And we're in a day and age where Marvel actually like respects the superhero origins and gives them pretty much their exact costume, but no helmet. And I wonder why. Maybe they're saving it for Avengers 2 or for him to be crowned king. Are they going to kill Odin off? I doubt. And anyways, I paused here to show you the kind of dark elves or orcs or whatever you want to call them that he's attacking. You could see that they are pretty interesting. They're wearing helmets, horned helmets. They seem to be a little short, pudgy, and they're attacking Asgard. This is one of the scenes that we saw them filming at for a while, so obviously a big battle here. I don't know what's happening to cause this war. Now when I saw this, I looked in the background and I saw that huge thing and I'm like, is that a freaking sentinel? But obviously it's not. And here's the biggest money shot we get. I mean, a lot of ominous shots. Oh, is Malekith in Asgard amongst the fighting? It seemed like he was getting off his ship and into Asgard, where Thor's mother, you see her holding a knife. So wonder what's going on there. Okay, so this next shot, I just think I see a coincidence. I could be wrong. But you see Thor here fighting. Boom, these elves. And if you look at the back left and right, it's the same windows, the same kind of structure that you see in Loki's cell at the end of the trailer. So I'm wondering if he had to fight his way down to get Loki, or what's going on here. I could be wrong, it could be a different structure, but it does seem to be like that same type of holding cell. Maybe the prisoners broke out after he broke Loki out. I don't know. Okay, so this next scene, it seems to me like Malekith, the sky just gets dark when he's there. He controls maybe the weather or darkness as well. He shows up in a cloud and it just gets dark. You know, he just conjures darkness. There's his face again, looking all cool-ish. And we're going to see right now that what he's doing is not good. Yep, just like the Iron Man teased something happening with Pepper Potts, this one's teasing that Jane Foster might die. I think Jane Foster is someone that we would feel bad if she died. I can relate to her or I feel bad. You know, it's not like some type of obscure random character. You know, we've seen her built up in this relationship. Thor cares for her, so that makes the audience care for her, you know. But then they hit us with the big shebang, the big tease at the end. So here I paused just to show you that it's similar windows from where I paused previously. And here's where I really got excited. Again, the tone of this trailer is character development, and they introduced Loki. Long, curly, unshampooed hair, really pale skin, if we thought we had seen him with pale skin before, and just as evil as ever. We know that he's obviously, they're not going to tease that if Loki's going to be like, nah, I pass, let me just stay in the cell. So obviously he gets out, but he has something else on his mind. Now here for a second, I'm going to talk about what I think Loki's purpose is in the film, and where I think Thor is in general is going, as opposed to something like Iron Man 3. So far, Thor was the most, I would say Thor and Captain America, but not Captain America so much. Thor was the main movie in Phase 1 that led us into the Avengers. For instance, if I had to recommend one movie to see for Avengers 1, I would say Thor. Not Iron Man, not anything else, because it directly leads into it. Chronologically, it happens right before. It introduces the villain of the Avengers, Loki. It introduces the... I don't think it does it do the Cosmic Cube? I don't remember, but it introduces a lot of things. It introduces Eric Selvig, the scientist that's messing with the cube. If you just watch Thor and then go, Hawkeye, Coulson's in there, you obviously get a great sense of what's to come in Thor, as opposed to Iron Man 1, Hulk. Iron Man 2 and Captain America were better for that, but it was an ultimate lead-up, is what I'm trying to say. Well, what happened was people started to psychoanalyze the Avengers, and they said Loki's motivation. Joss Whedon's a good director, but even a better screenwriter and writer, and he wouldn't leave out the motivation for Loki to be doing what he was doing in the Avengers. And in the Avengers, it's kind of obscure. He wants to control the Earth. He means to rule them. But, you know, does Loki want to rule? He's not a rule. You know, the motivations for him wanting to take over the Earth are very unfamiliar and very not explained as well. Very not explained as well. That's nice. So people started speculating, okay, what was the purpose? And they started to come up with a theory that no matter what happened, win or lose, it would be a win for Loki. Win-win situation. If he wins, if his army takes over the Earth, then he'll rule the Earth. He'll probably try to double cross and keep the Tesseract and all that power. He would have probably killed his brother, and it would have been a win, and he would have been a ruler that he longed to be. But if he lost, which was more than likely, knowing that Thor and all this team, like even Stark said, not a great plan, knowing that this team was being formed, knowing that the humans are not as weak as they seemed, if he lost, what would be the purpose in that? What would be the win? Well, in Thor, they teased the Infinity Gauntlet in like 1 or 2 frames of it. You had to slow it down or pause. But you see the Infinity Gauntlet there, and then Thanos is at the end smiling, talking to who's called the Other, who was also Loki was talking to. And if you watch the Avengers throughout it, you'll see him going, do you question the one that put the power in your hands? Obviously talking about Thanos. So, Loki and Thanos obviously have a relationship. Thanos knows about the Infinity Gauntlet. People assumed because the Bifrost is broken, there would have been no way for Loki to get back. And even if he did get back, he'd probably be in prison like he is now for a lot of the crimes he did in Asgard. So, the win-win situation was if he wins the Earth, fine. But if he loses, he gets a free pass with the Tesseract back to Asgard with Thor, right where he wants to be, in a position to do what he ultimately wanted to do, which was to steal the Infinity Gauntlet and somehow gain power with Thanos, maybe even try to double cross Thanos to do what he ultimately would do, is like to rule the universe and to have ultimate power, and to probably even rule Asgard, to get back in there. So people think, and I think just by looking at this trailer, that the subplot of this is going to be Loki's quest. How, just like kind of like in Lord of the Rings, you have a subplot of how Gollum is trying to get to his precious. I think you're going to see Loki wheeling and dealing and trying to get the Infinity Gauntlet. I think something really cool that we could see is towards the end, or the end credits, obviously a Doctor Strange reference, come on, but I think we'll see Loki get his hands on the Infinity Gauntlet and really set up. I don't know, I haven't seen Iron Man, damn you, rest of the world, But I feel like the ending credits will set up for the Avengers, where I think all of these, you know, like there was some Iron Man 2 set up Thor. What else? Let me see. I'm blanking out here. But not all the end credit scenes in Phase 1 led up to the Avengers, where I think every end credit scene in Phase 2 is going to lead up to the Avengers 2, or Guardians of the Galaxy, or Thanos. So, really cool stuff, guys. Really happy to see Loki in here. I love that, you know, most superhero movies, you kill the villain off, or they walk away and realize that they're wrong or whatever. This one, Loki seems to be, he's almost like an Avenger. It's almost like the 5th superhero in this group, even though he's a villain. And he's becoming an anti-hero. He's not really a villain. I just love him. I love the character. I love what they can do with him, and they seem to be doing great. And Loki seems to be enthused with the whatever. 25 minutes in, the 10% of you that are still watching, Danke. Let me play out the rest of this trailer here. Again, overall, great showing for Marvel. Got me hyped and looking forward to it. Put it on the radar for me in a packed superhero season. Put it on the radar, which is what they were trying to do. November 2013, Facebook Thor. This has been G-Bite-S. Thanks for watching. If you appreciated it, I really appreciate you. I don't even know. I'm very bad with outros. But again, I won't be on the internet for a week, so I'm just getting all my talking out. Thanks again. What else did I want to say? Damn it, I forgot. But yeah, I'll have a Iron Man 3 review, trailer, breakdown, spoilers, all of that stuff next week. So I thank you for watching, and bye.